Rhonda Rousey is really out there promoting this new book. If she keeps up at this rate, there's no reason to buy it because the whole thing will be released within the next couple of weeks. But this week she claimed that while she was waiting one night to talk to Triple H, a WWE talent, Drew Gulak, grabbed the strings of her sweatpants in front of everybody, and no one even reacted. What do you make of this? Is this sexual perversion or just a locker room joke? Do you think Drew will have any fallout from these accusations? So let's start with Mr. President.
El President.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Wake up, brother. Wake up.
Who said that? Where am I? Marge, can you turn off the TV? Let me tell you, Simpsons reference worth something. Is this making a mountain out of a molehill? Really? These are tough, trained, professional athletes. I mean, really think about it. If that happened, wouldn't Ronda just slug this guy? I mean, come on, I don't know what really happened. Did it loosen anything? What was the intent behind this? This was a purposeful thing? Was anything even said when he did this? I mean, it just seems so silly, and maybe he was being a goofball, and maybe it wasn't the right thing to do. But I mean, does she really want to be part of this? Does she really want to be a victim? I mean, does she define herself this way? Does she want to be a part of this? And if this is the only instance that she experienced while there, par for the course, that's pretty incredible. But, we're talking about grown-ups here. And again, trained professionals, athletes. I'm sure along the way, on her way to the Olympics, she's experienced a little ribbing and that sort of thing. So, I mean, hasn't she been involved in intergender matches before? I just don't know what to say to that. I just think it's a bit much. And wow, I have so much time. Is that accurate? That's incredible. I'm ahead of game.
Tell us about your interview with Thunder Rosa last night.
Well, let me tell you about that. Yeah, it went pretty well, I think, all things considered. We spoke about 17 minutes, again, without commercials. Then we played it on air the next day. And I didn't get any tickets from it, so I was kind of surprised. But be that as it may, again, Ronda Rousey making a little much ado about nothing. Gilding the lily, maybe, as they say in literature. Gilding the lily, yep, kind of exaggerating a little bit. So what? I'm sure she's wearing something under there anyway. Did the pants come down? Who knows? If they didn't, then he must have quit. All right, that's it.
I think Phil's word of the segment was gilding. I'm proud to put in the chat. What is Phil's word of the segment going to be? And I think that one has to be gilding. I thought molehill was going to be it, but when you said gilding, I put it right in there, folks.
Hey, thanks, man.
Hey,
love it.
It's your turn on the 30. You ready?
Hey, I'm ready.
Let's go.
Look at that lava lamp.
My first thought when you asked that question, when you said, what do you make of this? I had a flashback to the movie Airplane. They asked that guy in the control tower, what do you make of this? He goes, I can make a brooch. Yeah. But anyway, yes, talking about Ronda Rousey, one of my favorite subjects.
Ronda Rousey.
So now she's whining about Drew Gulak pulling the string on her sweatpants. And if Richard Milhouse Nixon was still alive, he would say, who cares? Now, if he pulled a string on the string of her tampon, that would have got my interest. Yeah. But I do find it very interesting that someone who came into the WWE as the baddest woman on the planet turned out to be an overrated, whiny bitch. Yeah. On a positive note, at least Drew Gulak has something else on his shitty resume besides his lame PowerPoint presentations. He hasn't really done a whole lot. Only in America can you make millions of dollars. Then, when you're no longer relevant, write a book about how you mistreated you were when you were making millions of dollars, and then make millions of dollars off of that. Hey, guys, buy my new book, Life in the Boohoo Canoe by Rhonda Rousey. Millions of people heard you walk out to the ring to the tune of Bad Reputation. Little did we know how true that would turn out to be.
Wow.
Nicely done.
There you go. Wow. You're just a rhyming machine, man.
Oh, yeah.
You are P. Diddy tonight.
Look at that. See, those bonus points really make a big difference. I think everybody should be doing a poem every week for these bonus points.
I did. I only got 2 friggin' points.
Well,
What's up with
you're
that?
lucky you got that for that poem.
That was very generous, I thought.
So Joe, what we're talking about? You're up next on the 30. Why don't you go? You ready?
Yeah, what the hell?
All right, let's go.
Ronda Rousey, obviously we know she's in book selling mode. This is exactly what she's doing. By the way, Phil, I believe she was in Plainville, Massachusetts today or yesterday, signing her books. Ronda Rousey was. She was
no way.
Yeah, I saw that. So
I once spent a week one night down there.
Yeah, there you go. Well, you know what she did? Ronda inadvertently put Drew Gulak in the no quarter catch crew from NXT. Gave them a good rub. They're now on the map if they weren't already with the Heritage Cup drama going on over in NXT. But nonetheless, Drew Gulak supposedly grabbed her strings of her gym. I read this the other day in the morning. It was like 7 a.m. And I'm like, this is just utterly whatever. Whether it was a ribbing situation, all that. And Drew Gulak responded right away. He just said that he was there. There was some other people there, and that he was went to shake her hand and accidentally touched her drawstring. And nothing happened. There was no
that
scene.
always happens.
So if there were other people there, why aren't these people coming forward and so forth? There was such a major scene. I do believe that Ronda Rousey is just looking for attention. Becky Lynch's book has been out about a couple of days earlier than hers. She's already on the New York Times bestseller list. No one gives a shit about Ronda Rousey. She's starting to really sound like a disgruntled ex-employee. She's jumping on the Vince McMahon sex trafficking, sexual harassment bandwagon and so forth. And who knows? We'll see at the end of the month whether or not that's going to affect her book sales. But Ronda Rousey, nah, I'm not buying it. Whatever.
Literally.
Literally.
Nice job, Joe. Nice job. Look at those bonus points. They do make a difference there. So let's see. Looks like, Dan, it's your turn. I know you can catch up with these guys. Ready?
Absolutely.
Let's do this.
Yeah, I want to start by amending what I said at my intro about you giving Joe pity points. I meant to say you give Benny pity points because that's looking at the numbers. No, I kid though. No, Joe had said it exactly what I was going for. Was the Drew Gulak's response? He said he saw a bunch of the girls in the hallway, went over to shake some hands, reached up for a handshake, touched Ronda's string by accident. He said he apologized at the moment. That maybe that's why nobody said anything. I'm the first person that wants to give the benefit of the doubt to accusers, but in this case, it really seemed like a big nothing because some of the women that were standing there when this happened would have been the first ones to punch Gulak in the face, and he'd be on the ground in a pretzel if he had actually done anything inappropriate in front of them. The fact that no one said or did anything makes me think that no one said or did anything because nothing happened. Now, you want to put it in comparison? Look at the CM Punk interview from earlier this week and compare it to what Ronda Rousey's doing. That is how you complain about a previous employer that wronged you and come off sounding professional. She is how you complain about a previous employer that wronged you and come off sounding like a whiny, just nothing. You got millions of dollars to do what you love. You had the best rookie year ever, and arguably ever. Here you are a year later. A couple years later, you came back, they threw you into the Rumble, you had a crap match at Mania on your way out, putting over your best friend, and you're still bitching about a company you've had nothing to do with. I agree. This is attention. It means nothing. And Gulak, I hate to say it, I'm on his side on this one.
Yeah. Book selling mode all the way. Book selling mode.
I totally, when I read it, I'm like, even locker room hijinks. I mean, there's so many little things it could have been. It just didn't come across. Even the way she presented it, it didn't come across as like perversion that she's presenting it now. The way it's written, is what she's saying.
I mean, let's not forget this is the same company where women complain that Randy Orton used to leave inappropriate things in their gym bags, and Ronda Rousey's going to go on TV crying because Drew Gulak, even if he did, he inappropriately touched the dangling strings of her sweatpants.
And then I mean,
let's not forget that she's got a husband who's 6'7", Mr. Brown, and a trained. You really think
my husband was here?
I would say she's got a legit chance of beating him up for real.
I said that, absolutely.
Nah, it's just crazy. She's reaching. I don't want to do the ultimate pun, but she's grasping at strings here.
The fact that she still won't, and she's still making excuses for her loss to Holly Holm. My jaw was in my mouth guard or whatever was too big. Like you got beat, you got exposed, and just go away.
How about the fact that the WWE doesn't end up suing her because she came in as damaged goods for a result of several concussions on the UFC side? That's in her book as too. Yeah. Nobody's talking about that. Like she should not have been there, and she had concussion-like symptoms all throughout her matches with WWE. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about some bullshit story about Drew Gulak and touching whatever strings they are. I don't know.
Drew Gabagulak.
Yeah, I gotta love him. No quarter catch crew.
Right.